have wanted to turn it into something. Instead, it's just a quick send back for Fury. A demo opens up a little bit of the field for them. But Carmine Corp, I do like what I'm seeing. Are able
up the pace, remember, that's not just doing the...
I meant IRL, bro. There's number one, neither of us have any hops. Number two, I'm considerably taller than you.
Off pads, the pennies were piling up. The Falcons were feasting on those sides and corners. Halfway through the game, and midfield is where the ball is going to be situated. The Killers toward the Carmine Court.
There was hesitation from Lost as well. There was an opportunity for him to have snuck his way on in, and he waited.
Last minute.
Now they're going to try again.
We get another tie. Oh!
All year, so we'll see what they can do on
All
Friday.
senses besides like eyes. You know, when they in Walking Dead they cover themselves in guts, they could walk among them. That's not the case in all zombie.
Jack almost scored from the ceiling, but sometimes, Cole, that's just how it, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. And that's what makes it so exciting as well, is being able to see those big upsets. Like,
now we're gonna fight. You don't want the smoke, little man.
They persevere, and now
the angle was nearly magnificent, but it's Monkeyman on the counter.
You could just see for a second there, he had it. He had it right in his claw. It would have been a ridiculous angle.
Like everything like stops being nervous, you know. It just feels a lot better.
Maybe it's the opposing teams then. I mean, G2 won the last major. That was a statement.
Committed on the overhead. It's so much harder to bump if they do. But Team Secret tie the game. Into overtime we go.
Another OT.
Again, choked. I mean, if you watch that major back and you can genuinely tell me that G2 weren't even playing. DJ Steele, if you haven't yet, make sure you claim, because that alone will give you an extra 500! Exclamation point claim.
Oh, Power having a good time. That's all it takes. Unified effort. If G2 are there, they will remove them by force if needed. Now Banana Head and Fever in the air, low on boost, got every...
Yes, this was during, I believe, when they were on Semper.
Yep.
And that was their COVID team.
As for 5,000 Ember bonuses, once again, guys, you have to be in my Discord, Fire Pit General.
G2, not the cleanest continuation as Beast Mode now comes into the play, but Power unable to really create realistic chances to score. Maybe this will be one though. Passing play in the final third. No, again. Materializes for G2.
Up, dusting the midfield. Drally trying to keep it in. 40 seconds. They need 3. It's looking impossible so far. It's a great back post.
The return rate is 2.15. So if you put Embers on Falcon.
Yeah, the horrible stat that we're just immediately starting this off with is 0 and 15. That is the goal differential for the Gladiators. It might be about to get worse. Oski with the goal.
And it's amazing being able to see them. Anybody who is going to be coming to Worlds this year, we've had a little peek at the stake. And we're talking about what's going on over that side of things. It is
Korea, I love that matchup. I love that matchup.
Here, I want to get your thoughts since you guys just took down
Vitality versus SSG, Gen G versus BDS.
Behind it just doesn't have the look of a team that's going to score several times against Oxygen.
What's up, Mr. Headhunting? Measure from the tip of my nose, tip the gold medal with a broken freaking back. Next excuse, please. My dog learned to fly, so I couldn't focus. My bird fell off a mountain, so I was sick.
They had to know the levee was going to break eventually. They just kept peppering the back wall, and Gladiators could not keep up. And after all that, it's still
attack, so we'll see. I mean, Power do have the firepower. We saw that yesterday. 1 goal per game against a team of Gen G's caliber is an astonishing performance. If they can replicate this, though, this would be one of the biggest upsets in Rocket League history.
Who's gonna sweep this one? Says Disposal. I mean, I don't know if it'll be.
Land, I believe,
but
for the most with Jane Apps and the whole
you can bring a light jacket
powerhouse. It just comes down to you
that Shelby will probably take and Stormy will probably take.
With another.
Yeah, and I was talking to Phoebe. Yeah, knows how that one's written out.
Yeah, Seiko's positioning was phenomenal there. Just covered every angle. He was looking for the reset over the
If Vitality doesn't score first, I'm cooked. Don't jinx it anymore.
And
6 free golf courses in disc golf courses in Ben. Nice. Disposal, thank you for the like.
Sending all 3, give them any options to find any gap within G2. They're such a difficult team to score on.
That's a good
so
beat from
how
BMO.
do we just accept that risk, especially since they
Oh
were
my
4-1
gosh.
and could tip away.
The top 4 EU teams are wildly talented. Gentlemates, BDS, K-Corp, Vitality, absolutely stacked.
And yet those matches are the hardest ones to play. Like.
Oh yeah, well, because I was going to ask if there are any technical changes that happen, or if it is just mental, as you just answered there.
Slime, you didn't put any on Genji? Oh, well, there's 46k on Genji right now. 100 on Limitless.
No, this is Genji's match to lose.
Fyre have always got to be on the lookout. They might have to just commit 2 players to these aerial plays. Saw that earlier on, Team Secret against Pioneers, the other Australian team. Sometimes it's that irritable bump that
This is
takes
wild.
one player at the game leads in this series. It's not been the most consistent performance for them, and that's maybe even more scary for all the other teams in this tournament. G2 not even on their best day, still getting world-class goals in every game.
Just based on
They looked
previous
great.
form, based on form outside of grand finals, but I mean, you look at the head-to-head, and that is all BDS for that last match, and it was dominant. Right now, it's looking...
Not draw them closer.
Well, as this series is tied up and you're looking for something, perhaps you're looking at a stat. Let me throw one at you. Overall record this season, 3-1 to Vitality. In fact, Gentlemates have not beaten Vitality since...
Rewards you for that.
Please don't forget to do that, guys.
Now we see Limitless.
Do good job, did it.
Play final minute.
Joseph McQuiggan, thank you guys so much.
Top 5 shot yesterday.
Yeah, for sure. At LAN, 100%. Just he was lagging. Zach Bridge, thank you for the like. Thank you, Abos and Fun Buns for liking the stream.
You know, a lot of players in that position, if you're playing...
How did they not save ball from goal?
More 50s in midfield. Falcons trying to push. They know they've got to go now.
A 1-goal deficit for Gladiators to overcome. Certainly manageable. They can get 1 strike. That's all they've had so far, though the only goal of the tournament.
Feels good being tall. Yeah, over
6 foot flat, you.
Game 2. Here we go. Let's see if Vitality can respond.
Bumped out the way. But instead, Juicy now remains on the floor. It's a heavy touch midfield. There's even more vital seconds now. Leaving the clock for Vitality. Right-hand side, Juicy up central for him. Redos.
Torsos misses his interception, and of course, Daniel's there to finish.
It's the defense and just their control in the air.
This Itachi has no boost, takes it low, flips awkwardly, has nothing to go for it. Rado fakes everybody on the pitch. And well, Vitality, goal 1 again in peculiar fashion.
To make mistakes, so it was really a tough match. And yeah, those kinds of games are played with the mental.
Yeah.
And in game 5, like everything could happen. Like we could have lost and we won, but it's everything in the
But like you don't, it's not a competition. Like it's not about how many words per minute you can speak.
That's what's catching KC out.
So, first game has been...
You just needed to be
mates. So many times, all 3 members were down to 20
saved.
or less, but they would still make those defensive stops. They were down to 20 or less, but they would still make those.
You don't necessarily say we're the best, and you can't say otherwise, but they just beat the PlayStation kids.
On in, you could feel just this immense amount of pressure build up that finally broke Furia down. The difference is Furia doesn't have to do that
Dude.
as well. Yeah, I mean, they've got something to prove.
We finally got a Furia prediction in my Discord. John Sellers saying 3-1.
Category for me because they did
Lot of KC prediction.
I feel underdressed. I didn't know I was on the desk today. I thought I would just come in, casual.
Vitality beat SSG, K Corp versus Secret. BDS are definitely beating Gen. Being toxic. If you were being toxic, you'd be banned.
Past super lucky, you couldn't get back to the goal in time. Well, Team Secret have responded twice.
Falcons, G2, BDS, Furia. So basically the top 4 teams, there's 1 EU team in it.
This series, it feels like they've had at least 70% of ball possession. They have just dominated the pace of play. They have kind of...
Was is going to be there, but Charlie low boost. Again, BDS all low boost.
So smart. They're just playing the long game right now, Falcons. They know they're going to be low. They know they're going to get a great chance on net. They've just got to keep this ball in
Really good 50.
Hoxer now back up. Nolly is going to try and wait for his opportunity.
I don't know. I don't think either of these teams are really proving anything. Like, they both needed to prove something today after a horrible. Bro, we are watching in 5P right now.
Yeah, G2 aren't like going past Daniel. Really expecting the 50 in the midfield from Power, and Daniel mainly when he does go for these.
Probably Gentlemates will win. Do with that what you will. I would like Vitality to win. I think Gentlemates have a better chance. But BDS easy, says Matty J. Interesting. Absolutely, you still get a bonus for comments about that, Bob.
Really play that.
I should be asleep. 1 a.m. ain't that late.
He's up too far. He scored an own goal.
Just don't forget, guys, when you're doing your predictions that...
With the pre-jump coming through. Roas up so quick on that. Killers as well, his brother. It's TRK double commits. Again, did plague Falcons earlier on in the series. We haven't seen...
Well, I'll worry about that stuff later on. For now, Space Station needs to wonder how on earth they got bamboozled by the post. Hits it to be able to cause chaos. You would feel like Gladiators is the perfect opportunity for him to get that confidence back and realize, yes, I can 1v2, 1v3 these teams. But the defense so far from Gladiators.
8 to 24K right now, SSG. The OG.
Let's get through to game number 1.
Big return opportunity here with there being semi-even amount of embers down. You have about 1 minute to play. I do not like what I see so far.
But thankfully it popped up, bought time for Power to reorganize. And G2 have a full tank, but getting ball control has been more difficult now than it was when the game started.
As we go deep into overtime. Smart play there by Pioneers, just letting the ball go back.
Doesn't matter if it's a valid excuse or not, it's still an excuse. You win or you lose, that's the end of it. You see it in all. Have you ran all your placements yet? No. No, it has been a wild September for me so far. But I know I'm going to get back from Worlds wanting to grind. Glitchy, thank you for the like, man.
Yesterday was Torsos bringing up his 200th, and now we get TRK, which does seem insane because you feel like Torsos has been around for a lot longer, but as Torsos said, he doesn't get very far in tournaments.
Yeah. Go for Flipper said as he puts another shot on as Vatira, he might play the straight to
Josh Glover. I swear to God, bro, there's so many casters that think you have.
Yeah, I mean, well, Power, they've shown their level at this tournament between yesterday's series and this one. This is why they're such a respected team in practice. You'll hear a lot of pros have high praise for Power when it comes to script.
It feels like they've leveled up.
Yeah, I mean, I think they are. I think they're definitely a top 8.
Just want to say thanks for helping me to make a great day out of a sad day like today. I appreciate you all, of course. Happy to help. Tears scared.
It's all about moments on Champ Field.
We've also seen as well, either of these teams, when they win, they have not let a single
So
goal
game
go
5 is where we're going as far as series predictions. Alpha, you're sitting in the net with the 100 boost, dude.
It's been a game of defense. The Gentlemates found the opening in Vitality's back half. Here we go.
Too excited.
This is intense. I'm liking this. Triple?
Miss
No.
on the corner double. KV1 bangs it down
Nice
the middle. That's
boom.
gonna be easy for Super Lucky though to collect, and great 50-50.
But crowd days start Friday. So yesterday, today, tomorrow, all non-crowd days.
To him, and it was an easy pass, easy shot in. Very casual response.
Is good when they're trailing. Team Secret have had more success.
Threes, I just kind of live with it. It is what it is, but I was tilted. My teammates were showing D3C1.
As when they're just sitting on that 2
I doubt they got.
A little bit awkward as beast mode. Well, he's got possession of the ball. He just has to kill a few more seconds. And that really is it. G2 may have dropped the game.
Apparently Jack being a nuisance
F Gen G. Honestly, though, yeah.
It's the power of the Gen G strike force. Apparently Jack
To see that.
Bit of a miss from Atomic. Beast mode played close.
G2 clutch up here and take this game more serious. I'll just say this, that if Power can manage to win this game, Furia nor SSG are major contenders. Okay, then neither is Vitality. Because Vitality lost to Furia. So they're not major contenders.
Gentlemen, you're really frustrated. They didn't give them anything. Of one, he's going to try and get past the second, drop it down for the beast mode. And there it is.
Nice.
The passing of Daniel has been the difference. G2 winning overtime.
Maybe G2 underestimates Power.
The pace dictator when it
I tried to do that too. And it got me in trouble losing a bunch.
As well. has sort of rounded out his game a lot more in the last few years.
But that's how game one goes to Space Station.
He knew he had to go. He knew that the pass was going to happen. The fact that Chicago
PlayStation's more toxic, says Travis.
I mean,
that flick is outrageous.
Yeah, that flick to kick off the game, such a crucial first goal.
Jeremy, that's so savage.
This missed touch from Zen, he had 100 boost as well. He just didn't keep it close enough, and Juicy so ready.
Gladiators are certainly a better team than Limitless. As for how they did yesterday, they got 3-0'd by Falcons, but that's Falcons. I think Gladiators...
Can't be too close to him. I am third man. Brado with the reset, attempts the bump.
Am I crazy, or do the S pronunciations sound off on the broadcast?
That one to work. He's Alpha. Racing Juicy across net. He's done well, though. He's
Goals through to diving, yep. South America, probably one of the best offensive regions in all of Rocket League.
Look to build. I mean,
All the offense on game one, apparently. Yeah. It was a good game one, huh, Dalton? But since then, it's just like, meh. Oh my god. Good morning. Good morning, folks. It's RLCS time again here. Day number 2. We've got some really good matches coming.
With the ball control, just frustrating Pioneers.
There's nobody even close to challenge that. Like, it's way too much time with the ball.
Far away from it, so they gotta talk about who's
If this is a Falcons win, Slime did guess 3-1. So did who else? Was it Kevin? EU teams would have done what G2 did in NA, or even better. Than how come G2 has beaten those teams at recent events? It's just, I don't know. To me, it still seems pretty sloppy.
That exchange at midfield like they were down a goal.
And OG will wonder how you had to just cut across.
They're playing surprisingly well. I'm kind of concerned.
Virtuoso had plenty of time though. I do like the spacing across.
I didn't even.
Running out of time here. 2 minutes on the clock. 2 goals is the difference.
I think I made the account just in time.
It'll be 2 games that's the difference.
I have a horse call. Tried making another alt. Yeah, it just wouldn't upload. It wouldn't update for me, Parker, but I've refreshed and it did. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe Gladiators are gonna win. So it was too cold. That's the only reason the G2 lost to BDS in Worlds 2 years ago.
And they also played Major 1 too. And Gen G won that one.
Exactly. So there's a chance that Power can correct the script if you're an OCE fan and take out a number.
Thank you for the likes.
And their opponents for this round, Space Station Gaming, came into this event. There was a lot of hope that I was hearing behind the scenes that they
would be very disappointing for them. I'm sure they won't be willing that one to happen over the next 4 minutes and 30 seconds. But Limitless are trying to force their way forwards yet again. They are finding the ball towards the orange half.
I have a feeling if you tried to. All right, guys. Let's get down to business in preparation. Make sure we catch up on comments. You guys get your predictions in. I'm going to tell you about a bonus opportunity as well now. If you're in my Discord, if you're not, just do it. You can only play the team who's in front of you. Excuses or not, it's a results-based business. You win or you lose.
No team dominating the midfield.
Like when G2 lost Major 1 to New World. So like remember New World is an Amazon game. MMO.
They got it done in the end.
Vibes for Power, #1 in the world, absolutely.
I mean, it's air conditioned. It feels good in there.
Where they go, Torsos, he's been to a lot of these.
I wouldn't wear a hoodie.
Out of Oxygen has kind of got Gladiators maybe on the back foot, but they haven't really been fooled by it. Maybe Joyo can drop this down though. No, follow up. Oh, it's wide. And Oxygen have had a few of those.
I'm just saying, my brain doesn't associate it. Some great saves they have. I don't know about stats. We'll have to see.
Perhaps some respect earned, make the margin look not as scary as it once did, but wow,
It's not your fault, Jeff.
BDS.
It's feature predictions.
Do we see
Good luck.
Final Falcons? Do we see the Swiss stage Falcons? Or have BDS got their number as they did
Easily, huh, Jake?
World Cup a few weeks.
Thought he had it. Zan's going close, more double, and
That's just.
miss those.
That's just perfect placement.
Erupt behind us. Alpha completely draws Itachi.
There's more 50s or wifties come through. Not quite able to
Wifty
get that one to work with
wifties.
40 seconds. It has
Frickin'
been
Australians,
more of a gentleman's
man.
style of game.
Side of the coin you were going to get from Power and how much of a dent they could put into the armor of G2. One of the favorites to go deep into this tournament.
Which is some really tough series to predict coming up here soon. Jomo, I'm gonna have to refund you 300. You
Able to take this ball back a little bit more frequently, which is allowing them to hold on to that 2-0 lead for now. Potentially 3 here as Tao tries to go over 1. Doesn't quite make his way through.
You bet.
Feel the emotion in the building.
Enjoy.
They look so happy and excited, and I mean, my heart goes out to KC. Like I said, they didn't play a bad game by any means. They just got outpaced.
Outpaced and
Give me the numbers.
I'll give you numbers.
Okay, give me the numbers.
You know they're 3-3 against each other this season.
Yeah.
Well, I'm also kind of shift league, but where they went 1-1 against each other. So in RLCS they're 2-2 against one another.
Obviously, you guys have fallen short of a grand finals a few times here. Is there something specifically you guys have noticed that is causing that, and are you ready to overcome it?
Assim, a gente nunca pegou uma final, sempre chega perto.
You won as a light cough. A light one.
That's going to be a massive confidence booster for a team who have been struggling mentally at times this season.
Maddie J, stop. The zombies, the behavior of them, like, oh, great play. Here we
I don't want to just see just non-stop aggression. I want it to have a plan. I want it to have purpose. And I think those 17 shots could net a lot more goals if that happened.
Well, you know, though, I think
quality apparently the better team between these two when they face off, so that's valuable to have.
Lots of touches in favor of their teammates. Drafinio pass, loss, light touch again. He's been really good at being able to control that ball when he needs to get around it, either set up a flip or really either.
Staying very, very deep in the third, even though he was low on boost. Same thing happening again right now. Lost around
Slime.
while slowing things down.
It's the name of the game. They're going to take 150 shots at your net. Spider-Man's a good one, 540. Yeah, another good, really good game that's exclusive.
To criticize anybody for missing an empty net, just put a pin in that. You'll understand.
The proactive play is going to be king here. Vitality and Gentlemates drawn level going into game number 3. And so far, to be honest, they're both getting the 2-0 victories. You could.
It might be team secret with the final chance in regulation. They've already scored one
No
goal in
way
2
he scores
seconds.
off of that.
Fiber and Ampus.
Series, but Furia as a unit
push
the blue wall down, and they are going to move on to round 3 undefeated. So
You know that I am that spiteful. About to drop 50k channel points on Gladiators, about to make 2.5 milli. Are you actually doing that?
But it's finally pressure. It's something they haven't had for 4.5 minutes. It's a shame for them it's come in the final.
Parallel P's out of contention already with Gentlemates winning game 1.
Blast, but guess what? This isn't like any of the other events. We have so many more days of Rocket League to go. So
Gentlemates win.
Here, we'll send you back to the desk.
Thank you so much, Lee.
Falcon.
Started. Really, the 50, the fake, as you said, it just forced Falcons to rush a challenge, and in the end, they didn't get the touch they wanted. BDS with a 3-goal lead.
BDS obviously remember how
Video. It's such a unique flick. It's certainly not a regulation strat here in the RLCS, but it was perfect. He got them going the wrong way. It had me going the wrong way. I thought he was going top right. A fantastic start here. Here we go again.
if you have to start by saying don't want to jinx it, you jinxed it.
Disrupt that Vitality machine. Took a handful of spanners in the works.
We'll be happy with that one.
In regulation save for a regulation shot. Juicy putting it near post, exactly where Alpha was lurking. That was clear it away pretty handily. Seiko with a decent clear up high, but Itachi is somewhat of a misread.
We have that feeling, that emotion, that passion, so
I like that.
Those guys, so not against them, you know, just as.
Cool. Hey, now for.
But if we're trying to make an argument that the top 5 EU teams are all better than G2, none of those top 5 know that. I know that. But even then, we have no idea what a realistic.
And then it being squidged pushed into the top right corner. Romas does get it on
BDS just
target.
came
Looked like it might have been a little
ready
bit
to
too wide.
go.
Very much helped on the way by a
Playing really,
BDS
really
player.
fast. Jordan's call. My wife's boyfriend broke his leg, so I was distracted. Very legitimate excuse, though. You know what I'm saying? I tore rib muscles and bucks from a phone.
Again, but his pass
Still
is
too generous.
just off, and I think that's the best way to describe everything we've seen from